Stock market indicators gives an idea of the mood of the market and its potential direction. Indicators are beneficial for beginners as they bring some discipline in their trading by avoiding unnecessary trades every day. Indicators are also highly beneficial for algo traders and mechanical traders as they help them to develop and build the system. However, a small caution is we should not use too many indicators altogether. If you are a beginner, pick one or two indicators, study them in different market conditions, get mastery in it, and then use it. All technical indicators which are available in the stock market are derived using different types of calculation, but from the source of information, that is price. Okay. So basically we have four types of indicators: trend indicators such as moving average, MACD, momentum indicators, RSI, stochastics are some of the example, volatility indicators, Bollinger Band, average two range are some of the examples, and volume indicators, force index and volume profile are some of the examples. In this module, I'm going to explain very couple of few simple indicators so that one will understand how to use those indicators. The most simplest and most popular indicator is moving average. It is used to identify the direction of a current market price trend, removing the interference of short time noises. It combines price points of a stock over a specific period of time frame and divides it by the number of data points to present a single trend line like this. The data used depends on the length of the moving average. For example, a 20-day moving average requires 20 days of data. So we have two types of moving average: simple SMA and EMA, simple moving average and exponential moving average. So exponential moving averages just gives a little more importance to the recent price fluctuations. Otherwise, there is not much difference between SMA and EMA. So I will show it on the charts. So for example, this is a chart. This is a TradingView website. This is a simple Reliance chart, daily chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply moving average indicator here. For example, this is a moving average. So if you select moving average, this is simple moving average. If I select moving average exponential, it is exponential moving average. You can select anything, almost both are same. So I'm going to select only the moving average, that is simple moving average. See, this is a line, right? So this is a simple moving average. And this is a 9-day moving average. You can change these settings. For example, if you click on these settings, so you can change it to 25, for example. This is a then it becomes a 25-day moving average. For example, the value of moving average on the last trading day is around somewhere here. For example, it's somewhere here 2210. So this is nothing but an average of last 25 days closing price. So if you make an average of last 25 days closing price from here, it comes from somewhere here. So this is how it plots like this. So it requires the last 25 days of trading data to give this value. Similarly, it has plotted the moving average from past previous 25 days. So one can vary this from 9 to 25, or you can change according to your wish. But remember, whenever you increase the total number of days, it smooths out. It becomes very it smooths the noise. So if you go for a shorter duration, it will be very active actually. Means very it shows a big reaction to the price. Can you see this? So this is how one can use moving average. So the next famous indicator is RSI. So apart from moving average, RSI is one of the famous indicators in traders community. It is mostly used to identify momentum of a stock, and it is expressed as a figure between 0 to 100. Any RSI value above 70 is considered as overbought, and any value below 30 is considered as oversold. And RSI divergence is also one of the famous trading concept. So we can check here. For example, I'm going to remove moving average. I will go for some other script. For example, I will go for Bajaj Finance. I will go for Bajaj Finance chart. I'm going to apply RSI indicator. Okay, it is there already. I've added RSI indicator. So this is an RSI indicator basically, and it logs the values between 0 to 100. So this is 100, this is 0, and any RSI reading below 30 is considered as over sold actually, and any value between above 70 is considered as overbought. Can you see this? This is overbought scenarios. So this is how one can use here. Also, it is a overbought scenario. So this is how one can use RSI indicator. Now stochastic. Stochastic is also an oscillator, momentum oscillator, and it is very similar to RSI as well. And it compares a specific closing price of an asset to a range of its prices only over a period of time, and it shows momentum and the trend strength. And it uses a scale of 0 to 100. A rating below 20 generally represents an oversold market, and a rating above 80 represents an overbought market. But you should remember, it can stay below 20 for a over period of time in a strong downtrend. Similarly, it can stay above 80 in a strong uptrend. I will show it in the chart. For the explanation sake, I will remove RSI. Now I will apply a stochastic. Stochastic indicator is there. I've added this. So once again, this is a reading between 0 to 100. See, can you see this? Here, it traded above 80, for example. It stayed there for more period in a strong uptrend. Here also it traded above 80 for more duration. Here, see, can you see this? This is traded below 20 when the market is in downtrend. So this is how one can use stochastic as well. Now Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands consists of two envelopes plotted at a standard deviation, two standard deviation levels above and below of simple moving average. The distance between the bands is based on the standard deviation. Hence, it will vary based on the volatility. Bollinger Band expansion is a famous trading concept actually. Bollinger Band expansion is one of the famous trading concept actually. We will see it on the charts. I will remove this stochastic. Now I'm going to apply the Bollinger Bands. So I'm applying Bollinger Bands here. So this is very simple actually. So this is a Bollinger Band. This is a upper band. This is a lower band. This is a moving average. So this is how people can use. So most of the people is look for Bollinger Band, compression and then expansion. It's like a breakout trade. For example, if you see here, can you see this Bollinger Band has contrasted a lot and it is started giving a breakout from the band, upper band like this. So usually people will look for these kind of trades. They can take a trade here and they keep stop loss at the lower level, lower band, and then they can trial stop loss at the middle band. So that's how they can continue. So this is how one can take a trade. Here also there is another Bollinger Band expansion trade. So this is how people can use Bollinger Band. The next one is ADX. ADX, it illustrates the strength of a price trend. Basically, it is plotted on a scale of 0 to 100, where a reading of more than anywhere 20-25 is considered as a strong trend. Traders can use this information to gather whether uptrend or downtrend is likely to continue. I will show it in the chart. I will remove Bollinger Band. I'm going to apply ADX. Started ADX indicator here. So this is a red DI indicates downward trend, green DI line indicates upward trend. So this black line indicates the ADX line. So you can change the settings here. For example, I can make this ADX indicator in a darker way, like that. So we can change all these settings here. So I will return as it is. So this black line indicates ADX line. So whenever this black line is above 25, for example, this is a, this dotted line is a, 25 level. So whenever the price is above this, 25 level, so this indicates a stronger trend. Suppose if the green DI line is above red DI line, it indicates, stronger uptrend. For example, can you see here from here, the green line is crossed above red line, which means it indicates a stronger uptrend. Whenever the this ADX line is above 25, it indicates a stronger uptrend. You can see, somewhere here, for example, here also, here, for example, red line, red DI line went above, green DI line. So this indicates, a stronger downtrend, and ADX line is anyway, it's above 25. So this indicates, stronger downtrend. So one can use ADX indicator like this. These are some of the simple indicators which I have covered. So if you are really interested, you can explore other indicators as well. But however, trade using too many indicators is not a good idea. You just pick one or two indicators, study those indicators in different market conditions. You can develop your own trading system based on your observation, check the performance, and then you can deploy it in your trading.